What a day for the United States. You look at the two hockey games, both U.S., Canada.
Yeah.
Both in overtime.
Yeah.
And dramatic endings.
Yeah.
The U.S. women who have been so dominant had to pull the goalie, score with 2 minutes to go. Hillary Knight scored the goal. And then it was really a terrific goal. The backhand, right, underneath the pad, wow, big time.
Yeah.
And then the U.S. men followed up in maybe the most anticipated moment of the Olympics. You could talk about maybe Lindsey Vonn being the most anticipated moment, maybe Ilya Malinin. I mean, I'm talking about leading in.
Yeah.
But everybody had been talking about this for months, not weeks. Okay? The vast majority of America didn't know who Ilya Malinin was before the Olympics. The vast majority of America did know who Lindsey Vonn was. Okay. But the U.S. hockey team, especially the way they set it up with Four Nations last year.
Yeah.
And the first period, the U.S. played really well. The last two periods, Canada dominated.
Completely dominated.
So while you can sit there, if you're a Canadian fan, and say, well, you just watch the game, we're the better team. Here's the problem. You didn't have the best player.
No.
The single best player on the ice you didn't have.
Correct.
Connor Hellebuyck.
Yeah.
Connor Hellebuyck.
Absolutely.
Right? Stopped 41 shots. Last year in Four Nations, I thought he was good, but I thought when they got to the title game in Boston, I think it was in Boston last year, right? He was okay. Okay? Now, on the other side, look, he had already backstopped a Game 7 win in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
He had already backstopped. Bennington had backstopped a Four Nations win in Boston. So he's had great moments.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Connor Hellebuyck has been thought of as the best goalie in the NHL the last 2 years. Yesterday, he was the best player in the world.
Yep. Absolutely.
In the world. Right? He doesn't play the way he played. There is no gold medal. There is no Jack Hughes moment.
No question.
Because all these other games, for the most part, were relatively easy games. Yeah, he gave up a couple of soft. I was watching the Slovakia game the other day. Late soft goals, so what? You know, it's like
Sweden. I think you could argue was a little tense at times.
But he was okay. The speech that Kurt Russell recreates, which was the speech that Herb Brooks gave. Tonight, you were the best hockey team in the world. Well, yesterday, on that particular day, Connor Hellebuyck was the single best hockey player in the world.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal to watch the tension of it the entire time. And it's 46 years to the day that the United States beat the Soviet Union. Tomorrow will be the anniversary of winning the gold medal over Finland.
Yeah.
And the joy, and it's going to be interesting to see. You're talking about a game that took place at 8:10 Eastern Time, 7:10 Central, because I was sitting in Chicago at 7 o'clock in the morning when it started. And 6:10 Mountain Time, 5:10 Pacific Time. I'm going to be interested to see how many people watch that game. Because it sure does seem like a lot of people across the country were watching that game yesterday.
No doubt.
And the way they celebrated at the end, bringing Johnny Gaudreau's children out, having Johnny Gaudreau's number 13 with them, and the way they belted out the national anthem. And by the way, the Canadians, just so you know, the Canadians, after this is all done, actually were at center ice and they sang, "Oh, Canada."
Yep.
I will say this: the Canadians could have they could have lost with a tad more grace because they made a couple of comments about how the U.S. played. So it's like, guys,
Yeah.
everybody's always like would they won 15 straight over the U.S. And for the most part, except for maybe the Kachuk brothers once in a while, have been very gracious about the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, how we got to get past these guys. They're great, the whole thing. Because the Canadian, that's a great hockey team. That's what makes it so great. That's why I sit there when I'm doing a football or basketball game and you beat a higher ranked team and the crowd starts chanting overrated. I'm like going, what's wrong with you people?
What's wrong? Yeah.
Right.
You beat them.
Right.
You don't want to chant overrated.
Right.
You beat them.
Right.
You want them to be the highest rated team there is.
Right. You're overrated. Right. Like, okay, so the victory isn't as good as we thought?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we just chanted. No, again,
Yeah.
not smart.
No. No, it isn't.
Okay.
No, it isn't.
All right. Hey, you beat a great team and you're better.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it means. You beat a great team, and guess what? You are better.
Yeah.
All right. I'll never forget the year in basketball. Penn State beat Ohio State 3 times, and they did the same thing with Illinois. And so I said the same thing each time because I was interviewed by somebody afterward about the ability to beat a team 3 times. I said, there's a really good reason why they beat them 3 times. They said, why is that? I said, Penn State's better. It's like, right? Right?
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. Well, yesterday the United States was better. And they were better because they had the best player on the ice.
Yes.
Connor Hellebuyck was the biggest reason why the U.S. was there. I thought Austin Matthews played really well. Look, the Hughes brothers were great the entire tournament. Brock Nelson was terrific in the tournament. I thought Dylan Larkin of the Red Wings was terrific in this tournament. And Jack Eichel, every time he touched the puck, you felt like something really good was happening. Eichel was just such a good player. But the way they celebrated was, the way they sang the national anthem, the way they went into the locker room. I mean, everything about it. There's a certain segment of the country that doesn't like when they don't like how they feel over the top U.S. athletes when they celebrate being an American. But it's okay when the Italians do it.
Sure.
It's okay when the French do it.
Messi does it in the World Cup.
Right. It's okay.
Sure.
That's okay. But if an American does it, no. And I always love, what's the term, jingoistic?
Yeah.
When they talk about, right, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Right? It's okay to be proud of these guys. It's okay to be proud of the front, be proud of the front of the jersey. Come on.
Yep.
It's awesome what they did.
Yeah.
Right? And they represented the country with dignity. The U.S. women represented the country with dignity. And they all did. Alyssa Liu, Michaela Schifrin, So it was a great day, and it was interested for a day to see how the country was fixated on hockey.
Together.
Right?
Together, I think.
Because you know how much I love hockey.
Yeah.
So, love hockey. Thanks for listening to Sports Talk with Steve Jones. Catch the latest from me on the 7 Mountain Sports YouTube page. Find clips of the show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook by searching up 7 Mountain Sports.